The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Ryan Wilkes here with Carson-Newman head coach Alyssa Montgomery after the Eagles likely finishing 7th at the Southland Conference Championship. Some scores still trickling in, but coach, obviously a challenging and maybe a little bit unexpected turn of events. With yesterday being postponed, you only get 2 rounds, but what would you like from your team's ability to stick to it and deliver a solid performance today?
Yeah, conditions were really tough, both from the rain and just from the hurricanes that they had this past few months. Course is in a little bit rough shape, kind of made a little bit trickier for them, but I think today they played well. They shot kind of right around the same they did the first day, maybe improved a little bit, so I was happy to see that. They hung tough there towards the end and were able to kind of eke out a few more strokes, so it was good.
So sophomore Emery Fisher near the top of the team today. She's kind of been a mainstay in the lineup here in the past spring season, throughout the spring. What have you liked from Emery in her sophomore year and in your time here that gets you excited about her moving forward?
Yeah, it was really good to see her kind of like step up there with some of the big dogs at some of these tournaments, and she played some really solid golf, and she didn't even play her best golf, which is really exciting to see. She needs some work on those greens with some putting, and these greens kind of gave her some trouble this week, so to see her still finish as good as she did and hitting the ball as well as she does and kind of hanging in there mentally and all too with how tough the course was, it's really awesome to see and excited to see her grow this next season.
So in a almost waterlogged course from yesterday's rain, what are the challenges as a coach to get your team prepared for something like that and get them to play some good rounds like they did today?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just remind them everyone's playing the same course. You know, we all are struggling with the same conditions. The greens maybe aren't mowed or rolled. You're going to have some mud balls out there in the fairway you're going to have to deal with. So just remind them to just be tough and know that everyone's playing the same course. I think it's something really important to remember.
So hoping for an NCAA regional bid. If you're talking to the committee, what's the selling point for Carson-Newman after what they did today and what they've done throughout the spring season?
Yeah, so I mean, we've had a runner-up finish. We've had a couple other top 3, top 5 finishes as a team, several top 10 individual finishes, a second all-team and a third all-team bid. So, you know, I think we got a really good odds of getting that spot in there, hopping into our very first regional too as a program, which would be very exciting, kind of getting thrown into the middle of all this and still being able to salvage the spring season and really step up to the plate.
Ryan Wilkes here with Carson-Newman head coach Alyssa Montgomery after the Eagles likely finishing 7th here at the Southland Conference Championships here on the Eagles Sports Network.